Man, oh man. Every week we continue to dive a little bit deeper in discovering our emotions, our response around those emotions, and our habits which sparks those emotions. I think it had been a little bit of a divine intervention this past, I'll say 2 weeks ago, because I got my daily dose of church from the TV. I didn't think Tasha and I were going to go to church simply because she was sick all weekend. Like I said, this was 2 weeks ago. She was sick all weekend, so we woke up, after crashing out on the couch all night. We woke up just in time to catch Pastor Sarah Jake Robinson's sermon on YouTube at the Potter's house. If you don't know who Sarah Jake Robinson is, that is Pastor TD Jake's daughter. And let me tell you, she just as fire as he is at giving a sermon. I was very moved by what she had to say. And it was, I have to admit, like, it's very rare I will watch like church on TV. It's just rare I'll do it. I'm one of those type of persons, like, if I don't go to church, then I just missed it. Like I said, like, it must have been a divine intervention, because she said something which made my spirit, my ears perk up. She simply said, your goal is only as good as your routine, which you have implemented. And I was like, wow, I really was. It's like, holy crap. Because that was heavy, because it made me think of all the things I said I wanted to accomplish, but was left as unfinished business. The first thing that came to my mind was I was taking this course, nutritional course put on by Precision Nutrition. Now, this is back in like 2018. I decided to take this course because I wanted to be, I want to get nutrition certified. But not only that, I just wanted to gain another aspect of learning how to teach people nutrition from a different perspective than what I've learned myself. So I just wanted to equip myself with being able to serve people with a different angle about nutrition, as well as combine that with the strength training so they can get the maximum result that they're looking for. So the course it's a 16-week course. I mapped it all out. Is between the reading, the studying, and taking a test on one chapter per week, I could have knocked this course out in 16 weeks. I'm no stranger to knocking out, it's very doable. I ain't no stranger to doing something or taking a course or trying to work on passing a class over a 16-week period. Because at that time frame, right around that time frame of 2018, I had just graduated from ASU, a few years prior. So that was the goal for me, to get that nutrition certification, and just something else to add on to what I was currently doing, that had to pad that resume, so to speak. But that's where all hell kind of broke out at, because I was trying to fit taking this course and getting the certification into my current routine. And at the time, my current routine was building out business, building out Untamed. See, one thing our brains and our bodies are constantly searching for is the path of least resistance. Like, it's looking for easy. It's looking for the easiest way possible, so we don't have to break out of our current routine. It looks for how we can make things fit into our current routine, because we've become so acquainted with our current routine. We know our routine like the back of our hand. If need be, we can perform our routines with our eyes closed, simply because we know it so well. But once we start making minor adjustments and trying to accommodate or see how this new thing can fit inside of our routine, when it doesn't fit quite right, we become flustered. We become frustrated. We feel overwhelmed because our schedule is already loaded with a bunch of things that we said was important at the time when we put it on our schedule. But we quickly discover that it's not enough time in the day to add this thing in with what we already have going on. Better yet, we realize that we haven't developed the bandwidth to make this thing fit in the overall scheme of things. And the more we become overwhelmed, the better we become with the stories we say why nothing is working out. We are too afraid to admit that we are lacking. We're too scared to ask for help. We're too stubborn to change the routine. See, we want the change, but we don't want to change our routine. So we delay giving birth to the change which is needed. You must change your routine so that you can meet your goals. Don't let your goals end up in the graveyard of unfinished business. If you want to overcome self-doubt, let me rephrase that. You want to overcome self-doubt. You already have the tools to overcome self-doubt. You don't overcome self-doubt because you refuse to change your routine. Instead, you choose to become comfortable inside of your pit of unfinished business. And the stories you create around them so you feel better about what you didn't complete with that unfinished business. So just take a look at your unfinished business. Take a look at it. You know what it is. It's the stuff you've been hiding from or you placed on the back burner for weeks, for months, and in my case, for years. Now ask yourself, is it still important to you? Is it still important to you? Because if it's not important to you, I want you to bury it. All right. I want you to bury it and leave it buried. Don't even waste your energy. Don't waste your time or your energy reconsidering it, resurfacing it. Just bury it. Leave it where it is. Now, if that unfinished business is important to you, what new routine are you going to develop so the unfinished business becomes finished business? Make no mistake, you will have to develop new routine. Just trying to make something fit inside of your current routine is why the unfinished business remains in the first place. So break your current routine parameters. I need you to break them things. Otherwise, you're begging for more of the same. You're asking the warden for more time adding on to your sentence. We're trying to break out of prison. So break out of that unfinished business so you can hear and trust the small voice inside of you again. So your mind has more clarity than ever. So your eyes can actually see you without the mask on. So your heart can mend and reopen again. Finish your unfinished business.